There's a certain location way out an old country road out in these creepy mountains behind me that I will not disclose because some people just don't know what's in their best interests, and there's somebody who will see this video who will go out there on Halloween night and test this theory. There's an old country road somewhere in Appalachia. You're driving down there on Halloween day and you'll see a sign that says, "Free pumpkins. Take only one or else." Right in the middle of the road. No houses, no nothing around for miles. It'll get your attention because it's so out of place. And then you go about another mile and you'll see another sign with an arrow that says "Free pumpkins." And right there off the side of the road is an old driveway that's grown up and chained off. Out of curiosity, once you've passed, because you won't have time to stop because it comes up on you so quick, you'll turn around, you'll go back, and you'll park. And since it's day, you won't be scared. You'll start walking up the trail. There's a chain driveway that's been taken back over by the forest for quite some time. That trail will go uphill, it'll meander around to the left, and there on top of a knoll, you'll find an old house that's decrepit, decayed, falling in, completely abandoned. But on the porch, there'll be 3 pumpkins. And there'll be another sign that says, "Free pumpkins. Take only one or else." Now, if you're smart, you'll take one and you'll leave. Or else. But you're smart, so you take one, you make your way back down that trail, and you get in your car. You continue down the road, and you say to yourself, "How foolish is this? There is no or else. No one lives there. I'm going to go back and get those other 2 pumpkins because I'm going to test fate." Now, if you're doing this, it means at least a generation has passed since the last time somebody was dumb enough to do that. And we as humans have short-term memories, especially here in the U.S. where 3 months is long-term as far as investments go. We give things about a quarter to perform, and if they haven't performed in a quarter, we dump it. So a generation, roughly 25 years, yep, at least a generation has passed since the last time somebody was foolish enough to go back to that house and take more than 1 pumpkin. You see, there's only one behind me. I wasn't dumb enough to take more than 1, and I'm not going back because I know there'll be 3. That's what you'd find after you've turned around and gone back, because you've told yourself you're foolish for thinking anything would happen if you took more than 1. You park again, you notice there are no other tracks there other than yours left by your car from 8 minutes before. You cross that chain, you make your way back up that trail around the bend, and there's that old dilapidated house. You're planning on taking the other 2 pumpkins, but yet you see there are 3. The one you'd taken had been replaced. By whom, you ask? No one lives here. Where did these pumpkins come from anyway? There's no fields. Nobody's farming up here. But thus are the strange events of Halloween Day. This is enough for you. You don't take any of the other 3 because you've taken 1. You're smart. You pass. You go on. You leave. But you keep thinking about it. You wait until dark. Curiosity, just like it kills the cat, it got you back out of your house. You get back in your car and you go back to that spot because you are convinced beyond all convincing nothing would happen if you take all 3 of those pumpkins. So you go back. But there's another car there. You get out, you shut and lock your door, but you keep your key in your hand for quick access to your car if you need to. And before you turn on your flashlight, you notice there's a candle flickering up the hill as you're making your way around the bend going up the trail. And you hear laughter. You stop. You see a flashlight coming your way. You get scared, you turn on your own, and you see it's just a couple of teenagers, and they've got 3 pumpkins in their arms, and they're laughing as they're going down the hill. You watch them go. You watch their light fade out of sight. You hear them slam their car doors, start their engine, and drive away until their headlights are out of sight. You turn your flashlight off. You glance up the hill at the house, and yet you notice that flickering light. Alas, who can be there on this Halloween night? You leave your light off, and you tiptoe back up the hill to the house where the light flickers still. From the second floor that you swore had been caved in when you were up there the afternoon of the same day, now at night on Halloween night is fully intact, and there's a candle in the window flickering, bright flame, and there are 3 pumpkins on the porch. You've seen enough. You don't know what's going on, so you don't take any. You leave. You turn your light on, and you quickly walk back off the hill, down to your car, and you leave. On your way home, you don't go 2 miles, and around the next turn you see the flashing lights of the ambulance, the police car, and the car that you'd seen parked at the chain link, or the locked chain blocking access to the pathway, at least by car, where you'd been just minutes before. You see that car, and you see it upside down in the ditch. You see 2 stretchers with sheets fully covering bodies on top of them. You're not a genius, even though you were smart enough not to take more than 1 pumpkin, because your gut was telling you you didn't want to find out what "or else" meant. An entire generation had passed since the last time anybody had found out what "or else" meant, and unfortunately, the folks who were heading up the hill just before you on this dark Halloween night, where they were warned just like you about the free pumpkins, but take only 1 or else, but they didn't heed the warning like you. Now you know why, to only take 1. You're happy you did. Next year, you won't take any. It's time for me to get out of these woods. It's getting dark. Hope you guys enjoyed this tale. Nothing in life is free.